Welcome back to Facebook Live here at the O2 Arena for the Star Sixes. We've been here all night. Hopefully you've been with us as well, with myself, Alan McInally and Nick Collins. We've just seen a disaster result for Scotland. There's a couple we need to go through first just before we get to that game. Spain 2, Mexico 1, and they left it late.
They got out of jail, Alan, didn't they? 15 seconds to go when that winning goal went in, and you know what? Mexico played really well. Yeah, they're another team that learned their lessons from the first night. Much better organised, and I know Spain had their chances and missed them, but they did leave it late, and when it got into that last 4 minutes or so and they're still trailing, you were wondering whether this was going to really throw the group wide open. As it is, Spain have come back and shown why they're such a good team, and I felt a bit sorry for Mexico. I think with a little luck they could have and should have perhaps got the draw, but nice bit of drama. We haven't had the really late goal like that to change a game, so from that point of view it was good to see. So yeah, Spain played 2-1 too. Can't be too surprised by
and they were gutted as well, Mexicans. Their heads were down because they thought they were going to nick it because they led for so long in the game, and of course Salgado picks up the winner. Okay, the one that we really were waiting for, I suppose. 10:15, Scotland versus England. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. I mean, we gave it the big build-up. Didn't let us down. There was some crunchy tackles in. I thought England started really well.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they threatened to do that against Spain for the first 2 or 3 minutes, but then they seemed to run out of steam. Yeah. This time they got it right. Talking to a couple of the players afterwards, they said, look, we have watched the other games that took place. We are learning about how to play. They admit they got it wrong on the opening night, in that opening game. This time they came out, played a lot better. But listen, it was very tight. I mean, England at 2-0, you're thinking the next goal is going to be crucial, and when Scotland get it, you're thinking this could easily finish 2-2. And I know there's the penalty shout.
It was a penalty.
It wasn't.
It was a penalty. Unbelievable. It was a penalty.
It wasn't a penalty, but there was a shout for maybe a foul in the build-up to England's third goal, and you felt they needed that to just get over the line. Great to see Stevie G get it, and also Michael Owen. I mean, 2 good goals there. Nerves of steel with the penalty because he'd forgotten the rules. Yeah, took a nice long run up with 3 or 4 steps, smashed it in, and then had to come back and do it off one pace. Absolutely. Scored an even better penalty second time around, and then a good finish. So 3 goals for him in only 12 or 13 minutes playing time. So he's done well. England are back in the tournament, which is good for the tournament as a whole. But actually what we want, Alan, and you and me obviously know this, but we want England and Scotland both through to the quarterfinals 100%. And then through to the semi-finals. Correct. That would really get the Star Sixes, everybody excited that comes along tomorrow and Sunday. But yeah, listen, I'm so pleased that England have improved, because after what happened in that first game, we were a little worried. From your perspective, I wouldn't say you've gone backwards, but I think what happened there
I think we did actually tonight. I don't think we played anywhere near. I mean, having played so well in the first game against Mexico, I genuinely thought that we would, I don't know, I certainly didn't think we'd lose a game against England. I just thought England were much better than us.
Well, I mean, you're right in that England had the early momentum, but I did think that Scotland probably looked a shade fitter by the end, and finished stronger. And that third goal, as I say, the relief within the England camp when that went in, because in a sense it probably flattered them 3-1, but you know, main thing is England have won yet again. They've beaten Scotland, and it's a happy ending to the evening.
It was a great highlight to the evening, absolutely a great end to the evening as well. We've been here all day. Obviously we're still in the bowels of the O2 Arena here in London, where obviously you can see it's been behind us all night. The training pitch, that's going to be on its own all night, and we get ready for day 3. Just to give a quick recap on the scores today. France earlier on beat Portugal 3-2. Denmark drew 2-2 with Germany. China were beaten 7-0 by Brazil. Italy just narrowly passed Nigeria 2-1. And remember, those of you on betsafe.com with your sportsbook wallet, hopefully you took the 19-20 about Italy. Spain managed to beat Mexico 2-1, and Scotland were beaten
3-1. by England. Listen, I'll tell you what was noticeable generally over the evening. You know, yesterday we were saying 34 goals, only 26 this time. I think what's happening, the entertainment's still there, but I think everybody's now not so much being cagey, but wising up. And so the soft goals are not being given away now, and the quality is starting to come through. Maybe it's a one-off and we'll see a whole stack full of goals tomorrow, but no, I think we've probably finished analysing England's victory over Scotland.
I think we can
now move on.
I was just about to say, is there anything else took your eye specifically in the other 5 games of this evening?
Listen, Brazil were absolutely outstanding in the closing minutes, and I know people will say it was only China, but it was great to see. Baptista's hat-trick was fantastic. Lana's goal was brilliant, and to see Rivaldo score, and a lot of the players that played against China back in 2002 on both sides were out there, and there was good camaraderie between them. So that was a particular highlight. Italy, as we suspected, would always be too strong, and well, Spain were fantastic the way they came back. I'm not sure many other sides other than Spain would have actually got out of jail the way they did. That was a good performance, and it's put them through. The big guns are there. Brazil are 2 out of 2 as well, and of course Denmark and Germany on 4 points each. That's a good group as well.
Good.
And well, as I say, relief that England are up and running. We've both got three points. Let's hope we've both got 6 by tomorrow evening, and we're both safely through.
Absolutely. Listen, if you think it doesn't mean anything to these guys, you want to see the reaction to the Spain boys when Salgado gets that late goal. It meant plenty everything. They're still playing for Spain. Don't worry about that. Just a quick run through on the games tomorrow. This will start at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So we're going to be BetSafe Facebook Live pretty early tomorrow. If you can join us, that'd be fantastic here at the O2 in London. Brazil against Nigeria. Probably Brazil. I mean, Nigeria needs something out of the game, obviously, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, they've got one win, of course, already, and if they can get something, then they can still qualify as one of the best 2 third places.
Absolutely.
So loads at stake for them there. And similarly, Italy-China.
Well, that's the second game, Italy-China.
Yeah. You'd expect Italy to win that, and the 6 points should then be enough to get them through, at least in second place. But as I say, if Nigeria can make a point off Brazil, then who knows,
you never know.
Could go through as well.
Third game's a big one for us. Spain against Scotland. Spain, of course, WW, 2 wins out of 2, and obviously we've gone 1-1.
Yeah, but again, from your point of view, keep this one tight. Even if you lost by only 1 goal, the Spain, goal difference could take you through.
And also Spain don't really need to do anything, do they?
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
is a big plus
and,
for
and
us.
Listen, the other thing to remember is the teams that are going through are going to be playing twice tomorrow. Absolutely. So they've got to take that into consideration, and maybe you've got to spread your resources a bit, and perhaps some of those Spanish players that would have played more maybe will be benched a bit more, which could just leave you with something to play for, the chance to get in and take a point or even beat them.
Game 4 will be England against Mexico. Now, normally I would have said no problem for England, but the way Mexico played tonight against Italy, now I'm thinking England still need to play the way they did against us tonight.
Yeah, they do, because if Mexico surprise England, they end up on 3 points. Scotland could end up on 3, but with a better goal difference than England. If Nigeria end up with 4, that's it. Good night in terms of England. So they do need at least a draw to make sure that they go through. I mean, I think they have turned a corner. One would hope that they have, because
psychologically it's a big result.
Yeah, and I got that sense when we spoke to Phil Neville and Paul Merson. I mean, they were absolutely delighted, because England-Scotland at any level, whenever, is always going to be worth playing and one to enjoy. Absolutely. But I think that the overriding impression I got was, guys, we've learned our lesson. We got found out big time in the opening match of this tournament, but now we're back in it. And so I think I would expect it to be tight, but I think England should, as long as everybody's come through and there's no injuries, I would think that they will go on and do enough to make sure they're in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I'm going to say right away, I hope England get a result tomorrow. It'll be a tough game. I'm looking forward to that one. 5th game, France against Denmark. A defeat and a win for France, and a win and a draw for Denmark. They've been kind of the... Am I being unfair to say the surprise team of the tournament?
I think they have, Alan, because, I mean, they were 2-0 up on Germany. Let's not forget. And if they'd have pulled off a second win there, then that's it. They'd have been through no problem at all. That group's really tight, actually, isn't it? I mean,
really, really tough.
I feel sorry for Portugal that they've lost 2 out of 2, because they've not been too far off the pace, although defensively, I suppose you could argue they've not been as good as the others. But 3 into 2 normally doesn't go, but in this situation it just might, because whoever finishes third could have enough points to make sure that they get through as one of the top 2 losers. But that's why the likes of England and Scotland have still got loads to play for. I know they've each got a win under their belts, but you might need a win and a draw to get through.
At least that. And at 15:45, that will be the round 3 finishing. We have Germany against Portugal. Remember, Germany with a win and a draw, which is the draw today against Denmark. Portugal, as Nick's already said, 2 losses. I'm expecting Germany to win, but you just never know.
Yeah, again, I think we might see a scenario where Germany...
Well, they'll be favourites to win, won't they?
They'll hold back maybe a player or 2, which could just leave the door open for Portugal to snatch something. But I would expect that Germany will do enough. I mean, the fact that they've got 4 points, so Portugal can't catch them whatever happens. So they're guaranteed, at the very worst case scenario, 3rd place. But I would expect them to at least draw, if not win. I'm not going to sit on the fence. I think they'll beat Portugal.
Exactly.
I don't think Portugal have been good enough defensively.
No,
I'm not sure their heart's in it now. They've lost 2 out of 2.
Maybe not. It's been an unbelievable second day here at the O2 Arena at the Star Sixes. I've been Alan McInally and this is Nick Collins. We've been with you all day here on BetSafe Facebook Live. Remember where to go, betsafe.com. You get the best prices and the best odds. We'll have the odds for tomorrow's games, the 6 games, and of course it's a double done for us tomorrow, because after that we go straight into the quarter-finals to find out, obviously depending on what happens in day 3, we'll find out who plays each other in the quarter-finals. It's been a great day, loved it, well done.
Stuff, yeah,
Thanks very much,
absolutely.
Nick, brilliant. Remember, keep it with betsafe.com. This is the Star Sixes on BetSafe.